This exhibition, Ink and Blood, is really the history of the written word as told through the most interesting text ever written, the Bible.
Well, this exhibit is not the stories in the Bible, it's the story of the Bible. Really how the Bible came about, how these ancient writings that are so important to the Judeo-Christian cultures of today, how they evolved into the current forms we use today in our churches and synagogues. Well, it's amazing what you're going to see in this exhibition. You're going to see from the oldest writings in the world, to the oldest piece of Hebrew in the world, to the oldest pieces of the Bible in the world, which are the Dead Sea Scrolls, to the oldest pieces of the New Testament, the first in Latin, the first time the Bible was one unit, to the first printed book, the Gutenberg Bible. You'll even see how Gutenberg printed. And then you'll get on to the more modern Bibles we have, dealing all the way through the Reformation, where people were actually killed for owning a Bible in English. And you'll see, really, by the time you finish this exhibit, you will understand really the history of Western civilization and Western culture, how it all revolved around the writings in this book.
You know, it's very hard to describe just how wonderful and unique an opportunity it is to have Ink and Blood here at Museo in our community. This is such a unique and exciting exhibition. We're going to have, we'll have the experience of thousands of years old history right in front of us, just a few inches away.
The parts of this exhibition are pretty much all must-see, because we've tried to pull the key piece from each time period and each phase and development of the Bible. But there's clearly probably three things in here that everyone in their life wants to see. One is a Dead Sea Scroll. And people don't understand that Dead Sea Scrolls are the oldest known pieces of the Bible. And the discovery of them in 1947 really proves for the Hebrew Bible, or the Christian Old Testament, to be the most accurately preserved documents of any antiquity. And of course, the second thing to go with that would be Gutenberg's printing press. You have a working model, the best that we can know, of what Gutenberg's printing press was, including leaf of the Gutenberg Bible. And you can see how printing developed and actually gave the middle class or the proletariat for the first time, the opportunity to teach their children to read, where before it was only the rights of the most wealthy. And the third piece that would probably be most important to this would be the original King James. Personally, the thing that's most intriguing to me is the Tyndale Bible. Here you have a 1536 edition of the first time the Bible was printed in English, the first time it was translated from the original Greek into English. And in doing so, William Tyndale formed modern English, which you and I speak today. Although he's not known in hardly any circles, he's the most influential English-speaking person that ever lived, because you and I cannot think, speak, or listen in English without being influenced by the modern English that he formed. The importance of this exhibit is that it combines pieces from a number of exhibits. In other words, you'd have to travel around the world to a number of different museums in order to see all these pieces. Here you can see it all in one place. A family can go through an afternoon and they can see the whole development of Western civilization, which developed around this book that Christians and Jews call the Bible.
The Ink and Blood exhibition is a unique opportunity for almost anyone. It's a must-see experience. Teachers, students, scholars, couples in love, families looking for a wonderful experience that they would have never really had an opportunity to see before should really come to Museo and see Ink and Blood.